They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire, Dee Ford that time, getting the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, 49ers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Leaders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
I got this. 11. Check safety.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Hey, gun. Motion. 11.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was taken
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. What do you need? Get ready. 12, fellas, here we go. Check three. I got this.
On second down, Mostert. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Dee Ford, his 2nd sack of the night. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, it's Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Complete to
Jalen Reagor, His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man. 21.
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
One, Omaha. 65, 65. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. He's trying.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
This is Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Is good.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple of completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there, yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
This ball complete to Rager. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run. It's Sanders. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
21. Situation. Let's go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 81 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now,
and the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
To Quez Watkins.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 7.
Another run with Sanders.
At the 33-yard line.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Brought down by Jimmy Ward. It's a gain of 9 yards.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
4-yard pickup on the play.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
At the 50-yard.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Gain of 13 yards.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 28.
Down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
On the throw.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
The game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.